On today's show, I have Elias Boustani with me in the studio. Elias is a serial entrepreneur and advisor. He's one of the founding members of AUB's Innovation Park. Elias, it's so good to have you here.
Thank you, Arthur. Great to be here.
Amazing. Elias, so tell us first, I know you're starting your company now in AI and you're doing some amazing things, and I would love to dive deep into that. But before, because you're one of the founding members of iPark, can you tell us why was iPark created to begin with? Like, what was the vision?
Absolutely, great question. So I think the main vision was because you have a lot of potential with AUB talents and even Lebanese talent in general. And there was a lot of focus on the education part, but there was a missing gap between how can we turn people from the AUB community into entrepreneurs. So the idea came funded by Talal and Madiha Zein and closely supported by the Beirut Digital District. And the goal was to create this space where entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs could connect with the larger ecosystem of companies, mentors, VCs, and talent, so that they can learn by doing instead of learning from theory, and from there on grow their companies and take it from there.
That is so cool. Elias, quick question. What's your favorite song?
So it's To Let Myself Go by
I don't know that one. Is that a good one?
By
Aveneers.
Awesome. Let's play that. This is AUB's Innovation Park with Virgin Radio. So Elias, we were talking a bit about why iPark was started to begin with, right? Because you were one of the founding members, and it was basically to help the entrepreneur potential that we see in the country to go from idea to execution and to turn into actual businesses and startups. So would you say that, is iPark today doing what you envisioned?
I think it's doing great, and I really congratulate you guys to what has been done. And what I really liked, like comparing the two phases, when we put the foundations, it was more about the programs, about getting also awareness about the potential of entrepreneurship and how we could potentially turn research into entrepreneurship, or have students even convert ideas and believe in themselves. And since then, despite all the challenges that happened, it's really impressive to see how much international things have gone, and hearing about all the startups that got connected to mentors or even visited or showcased their things in GITEX, in Silicon Valley, and so on. I think it's really impressive, and allowing the entrepreneurs not to, allowing them to be sidelined or away from all the challenges that they could be facing, and be able to focus only on their business.
Yeah, like even last week we were chit-chatting with Salim Edde, the founder of Mirax, and we were talking about how much hope there is in the country. Like you have amazing talent, and what we're trying to do with them is, yes, let's support you as much as we can. Let's help you build your business. You can go international, raise funds, gain that experience, hire talent in the local economy, right? And that's what the major companies are doing. And we have so many amazing success stories. And you just founded your company, and I think you're doing something really cool with AI, and I would love to dive deep. So we're going to take a small song break, and then we're going to come back. We're back on AUB's Innovation Park with Elias Boustani. Elias, you have a lot of experience in the startup world, right? Like I met you, I think it was 2018 or 2019. I don't even remember. And you've been an amazing pillar in so many things, and you decided now to launch your own company. So what's your company doing?
No, absolutely. So in terms of, we're currently doing knowledge process automation. So we're helping corporations identify the processes that have most potential for them to be made much faster. So in other terms, what we're doing, we are enabling people that do knowledge work in a repetitive way to be able to do it in a much faster way.
So you're using mostly AI to make corporations and companies run much more efficient by empowering the workforce that they have to better analyze and use data? Is that what's happening?
Absolutely, because today, like in the last 3 years, the corporate employees are having much more decisions to make. So if it's 10 times more decisions to make, and by having more data, even with having more data, it's more tricky to make those decisions. So we're helping them be able to make those decisions faster.
Yeah, because you get analysis fatigue, right? Like there's so much data out there, you don't know what to look at or what to focus on. So what does the AI do? So the AI determines different patterns and then puts them together and gives you insights?
Yes, exactly. So what it will do, it will do the analysis that a typical person would have done, and it will shorten all the time you would have spent on research, and then it will give you the essence that you were looking for, so that you are able to make a quick decision faster.
That is amazing. Lara, what do you think about listening to Adele? What's your company's name? I didn't ask you.
It's called Method.ai.
Method? METHOD?
METOD.
Okay, so METOD, Method.ai. Okay, it's really cool. So for all of you listening, you should definitely check it out. Lara, what's your concept on AI? Like, how do you see AI?
I used to be scared of it. Honestly, it worried me. As an ex-English teacher, I felt like students really relied on it for no reason and now can't even write a proper sentence without referring to AI, or like reply to an email without using AI. But I see the pros and the cons, and I feel like the boat's already sailing. You might as well be on it. Learn how to use it for the better. Learn how to work around it, because everyone's using it now. So whether you like it or I feel like with the transition from technology, before, like, our parents were not so keen on it, our grandparents, but now you have to work with it. This is the flow we're going on. You just have to work around it.
Yeah,
you have to embrace it.
And it's a tool, right? You need to learn how to use it properly.
And everything has its positives
so
and negatives, so you might as well.
So, Elias, what's really funny is that, so we believe that AI is very important as a tool, right? And I was in a conference not so long ago where Stephen Barat was speaking, and I heard, I don't remember if it was him or the guest after him speaking, but they said that if the rate of innovation in the market exceeds the rate of innovation in your own company, then your company has an expiry date, right? And when I heard that, the first thing that I did is I went out and I recruited and I hired an AI adoption expert. So we have a person whose full-time job now is to actually view what we do in each department and then find the best AI tools and automation tools and then train the team members on how to use them. So I'm definitely going to tell that person to check out Method.ai, because I also believe that's something that we can really be, looking into. So more on AI after these songs. We're on Virgin Radio today and the AUB Innovation Park. Elias, you're an AI expert. You have a company around that. Lara, you're an AI, I'm not going to say skeptic, but you're scared of AI.
Agnostic? So, I don't know. It's just like,
what's your fear, Lara? Tell us what your fears.
No, it's not my fear. I just want to see, for someone who's actually working with AI and is understanding it, like, how would you explain to us mere mortals how do we hop on board with AI? Like, how do we embrace it?
Yes, great question. So I think AI is a bit like the new electricity, right? Like, when they invented electricity, there were so many people against it as well, because you can die if you put your hands on it. It changes the landscape of the
right.
city and so on. So now we are into this transformation where AI is offering so much potential, and there is so much risk with it, of course. To be able to start, if you don't do it, it's like you're working without a computer. So you have to learn how to use it. Now, there are so many different applications of AI, so many different types, but the easiest path is to use like ChatGPT or now DeepSeek, for example, or others, where you can try to have a conversation and experiment a lot of your current job, what you are currently doing.
Yeah.
Yes, and this enables a lot of the startups as well. Now, currently you can do prototypes, you can do marketing campaigns, you can do so much without having to spend a lot of money. In order to experiment your idea, you can test, use AI, right? So an entrepreneur with AI can go much further without hiring or without getting more funding. So it can be more efficient.
Will it replace our jobs?
So a great question. Like in all technological revolutions that happened so far, there was always this fear, but more jobs were created. Will it be the same this time or not? Probably it will be the same. I believe so, but time will tell.
Yeah, like when tractors were invented, people feared for their jobs because you used to have so many field workers, but hey, that created more opportunities as well, right? So I think we shouldn't fear innovation. We only fear innovation if we don't keep up to it, right? But I think it's always an opportunity to grow.
Just embrace it.
I have so many thoughts on this, but we're going to take a break and we're going to be back. Welcome back to Virgin Radio. Elias, I have a quick question about AI. Like, how do we prevent a scenario like the Terminator to happen?
I think it's like the $1,000,000 question.
I
Because
feel like it's a multi-trillion, gazillion dollar question.
Absolutely. And like everyone is trying, right? Like you have the regulators, you have Europe who started putting regulations, you have US trying to put a lot of like regulations for the AI. But then as we saw in the past, it doesn't work always. You have new players coming from different countries, China, maybe tomorrow, any other country. So, like like the machine is like the wave is moving, and there's little that can be done to stop it. So, in a forced way. So here we'll have to, like cars, we were able at some point to make them well integrated in what we do and to be able to work around them. The same things probably would have to happen with...
I was thinking more like nuclear, it's like, we can potentially destroy the world, but it's mutual destruction, right? So that's why it's in all of our best interest not to go down that path and to set our own limitations. Is that what we're thinking? Is that what we're saying?
Absolutely.
Awesome. We're in such a cool place. So, Elias, how do people connect with you?
So on LinkedIn, Elias Boustani, they can find me there.
That's amazing. And what's your website? What's the website of your company?
So the website is method.ai.
So that's method, METOD
Yes.
.ai. That is so cool. And Elias, one final thing. What would be an advice you have to young entrepreneurs since you've been in the field for so long and such an expert in it?
So like the first advice I would have is around getting in love with the problem that you want to solve and not so much with the solution. So trying to find this match between a problem and the solution, I think, is the most critical phase. Often you have people that have already an idea of the solution and they want to try to fit it somewhere. So that would be my like the first advice. The second would be around using AI actually to experiment and to try to put this idea into life, not only talk about it or try to do the perfect plan, no, try to prototype it and go a long ways with AI. And the third one would be don't rely just on doing things yourself. You need to know when to have a co-founder, when to have advisors and mentors to support you. You cannot believe how much value, and you will not know how much value you can extract from this before you try.
That's amazing. Yeah, I could never have done this company on my own, right? I'm very blessed to have the amazing co-founders, advisors, mentors, and so on that have guided me. And yeah, we're going to teach you how to do that at AUB's Innovation Park. So tune in after these songs and I'll tell you where to find all the details. We were just talking about how important it is to be surrounded by the right people, right? It's all about the community. It's about your co-founders, team members. It's about your advisors and mentors that are going to guide you. It is about using AI as well because AI is a tool, but we are the ones using it, right? So make sure you have the right we who are using the right tools. Is that cheesy, Laura? I felt like it was cool.
It's a little bit cheesy,
Is it
but
cheesy?
okay.
All right, fine. And it's also about having the right friends. And that's what I love about AUB's Innovation Park because you're going to be surrounded by some of the coolest entrepreneurs. You're going to meet the most amazing mentors. You're going to be working with people like Elias. You might actually be working with Elias because he is one of the mentors for the program as well. All of the details of the program are on AUB's website. It's aub.edu.lb/iPark or just Google AUB and Innovation Park. And you know what? This year we're doing something really cool. Like for the first time ever, iPark is completely aligned with the President's Innovation Challenge. And that's where we're giving out more than $50,000 in cash prizes. And everyone who pitches on that stage gets to also be part of the program. And then they're going to travel the world. They're going to go to the US. They're going to go to Canada. They're going to go to Cyprus and Qatar. And they're going to meet amazing investors. Half of our startups raise investment while they're still in the program. All of the details are on the website. Check it out and reach out to us. We're always happy to help. This show is brought to you by the Talal and Madiha Zein AUB Innovation Park.